Peter Obi is not a Christian candidate. I can't even say that enough. Peter Obi is not an Igbo candidate. If you need to hear it again, Peter Obi is not an Igbo candidate. Same way Peter Obi is not a regional candidate. The man is only opportune to be contesting for the office of president, and then he is attached to this religion or ethnic society. Those that are selling or buying the candidacy of Mr. Peter Obi must sell or buy him appropriately. We must put the record straight. He's privileged to be a Christian. Even though he attends church meetings, he has been going from church to at least consult, speak with fathers of the faith, and maybe allow the Christians to know that there should be political awareness. And that's what I think. He's just trying to awaken the political consciousness of Christians to realizing that, of course, the Bible said that the government was upon the shoulders of Jesus in Isaiah. So it means, therefore, that Christians should be awoken to realize that they should not sit back and play passive roles in the electioneering of our country. They must be involved. That's what the man is doing. So at least as you get to see him, you know that there's a position here, and then you begin to know that there is need for you to go and get your PVCs or vote when it comes to the general elections. That is what he's doing. He's not selling himself as a Christian candidate, because only Christians' vote cannot make Peter Obi president, and that is certain. And that's why I'm not comfortable with people who are attacking other religions. It is not going to work. See, one of the reasons why you see that I am fighting this cause as strong as I am, I have my one vote already, but I'm trying to do as much as I can to influence a lot more persons to realize that we've got the best candidacy in the person of Mr. Peter Obi. This is why. The truth is, the time has passed for us to say we are voting our conscience. We want to waste our votes. We do not care whether it wins or not. No. The situation of this country at the moment is a very dicey one. If we miss it in these general elections, we may not be able to even recover from the damages that this will cause. So a lot more, some of us are more concerned with the fact that we want to go ahead and win this election. So we are concentrating our effort of putting our hearts together to ensure we win this election at all costs. So at least legally we want to win this election. So we will not allow anybody to de-sell him in such a way that it will reduce the viability or the capacity of the man to win the election. We need Northern vote as much as important. We need Muslims to vote as well. And if you watch the campaign match round, the campaign procedures of Mr. Peter Obi, he said from consumption to production. He didn't say for Christians or for Muslims or for South or for North. It's a national agenda. Thank God for Amadou Bello. Thank God for Obafemi Awolowo. Thank God again for Nadia Azikiwe. These guys moved to developing their regions to become a national one. So at least it can measure up with the nationalistic agenda of the country. But we have to take it away from there. And that's why I'm not comfortable with groups like the Miyetti Allah, who insisted that they will not vote for Peter Obi because of XYZ reason. Look, watch the video. Watch it. And see how were you comfortable watching a video like this?
A newspaper report indicating that the Miyetti Allah Katohore, also known as Miyetti Allah, has instructed every Fulani person in the country not to vote for the presidential standard bearer of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has garnered several reactions on social media. Well, according to the newspaper, the group described Peter Obi as a tribal bigot who represents the Biafran interest, which in turn will not favor the Fulani nation in Nigeria. In the report, the National Secretary General of the Fulani Social Cultural Group, Saleh Al-Hassan, is alleged to have said that as far as the Miyetti Allah was concerned, Obi was out of the options of persons to be voted for in the forthcoming general election.
And so though they have come out to say that the words were taken out of context, so that's not what they meant.
I thought this was such an inflammatory statement. I had to reach out to Mr. Al-Hassan, who actually just sent me a message saying that the journalist quoted him out of context. I want to actually read what he wrote. He said, "The journalist quoted me out of context. He asked me to analyze the strength of the presidential frontrunners for the 2023 elections, and he decided to make headlines of an aspect of my views on where Peter Obi draws his strength, which were taken out of context."
While you were reading your story, I got this message from somebody we all know here from the Abia League of Professionals. I don't think he'll want his name mentioned. He sent me this message, but it was first the Southeast that threatened any Igbo who doesn't vote for Peter Obi are called so-called saboteurs. Nigerians of every ethnic group must be careful of making inflammatory statements. That for me is the bottom line.
That is the bottom line.
And who is going to call the Miyetti Allah gentleman to order? In whose interest is it to do that? No, I'm not even thinking of Miyetti Allah. I think Peter Obi's campaign should not dismiss this. Peter Obi's campaign should make overtures and explain categorically that they are looking for a national presidency of unity. It should not be dismissed, because the mistake Hillary Clinton made during her campaign, dismissing Trump supporters as a basket of deplorables, by the time she tried to walk that back, she had alienated a lot of those people. Yes, they're nowhere near as educated as her and what have you, and they had all kinds of really very offensive conspiracy theories, but she lost a whole bunch of the people that she was hoping to reach. Peter Obi's campaign should make every effort to ensure that it's communicated quite clearly that he's seeking to be a president for all Nigerians.
Absolutely well said.
Whether it's IPOB or Miyetti Allah or any of the groups from any religion or any society that are trying to sell a particular regional or extreme agenda for the 2023 elections, I will not support it.
To our religious extremists, go to the market now and present your Christian or Muslim identity to buy goods at a cheaper price. To our party diehards, go to the petroleum station and present your PDP or APC membership card to get fuel at 45 naira per litre. To our regional extremists, go to PHCN and tell them I'm from the north, south, east or west, and buy tariff at a cheaper price. To our tribal extremists, go to the market and tell them I'm Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, Yoruba, or any tribe in Nigeria, and see if they will sell you a bag of rice at 7,000 naira. It's obvious that the politicians have learned that we are so cheap and blinded by our sentiments, and they capitalize on it to play with us and play with our future. We are all suffering today. We are united in hunger. We are friends in poverty. We are neighbors in pain. We are relatives in bad roads. We are partners in insecurity. We are brothers and sisters in complaints. We are equal in trouble. But when it's time for election, we are divided by religion, political parties, region, tribe, section. It's time to put our differences aside.
And that's why I am not comfortable with the Muslim agenda of the APC. Although, even if Tinubu had taken my pastor as his running mate, I would still not have voted for him. I want somebody who has solutions at his fingertips, and I'm not sure Tinubu has it at the moment. And so, that aside, I just feel it's an irresponsible, insensitive way of trying to sell yourself or sell your party to the nation, right? And that's why I'm totally against that. However, I still insist that we must allow people, we must view people, we must evaluate people beyond religion and ethnic societies, beyond this sentiment of where is he from, who is he with, what is he worshiping. That is not the problem. We must remove our tribal and religious lenses to evaluate this candidacy. And so whether you are selling Peter Obi or not, or you are buying him, please don't sell or buy him in a way that make other religion feel threatened. Stop it. As Peter Obi is going around to churches, so the running mate, Yusuf Deti Baba Ahmed, should also be doing same, consulting, moving around, getting to also reach out to his people. It must be a balanced thing. Let's not sell him as though he's an extreme Christianic agenda. Oh, Christians must take over. See, the Constitution already made it clear that for you to become the president of Nigeria, you need majority of the vote and at least 25% of the vote from at least 24 states of the 36. So you see, only Christian vote cannot make Peter Obi president. So it means that Muslims and even other religions will still have to vote for him. So let's not sell an agenda and push him to an extreme angle. It will not help us. Because if we want to make Mr. Peter Obi president, then we must create an inclusive candidacy of his personality so that everybody will buy to him. from consumption to production, it will benefit everybody. If we say that it is an Igbo, only the Igbo, right, cannot vote him to become a president. I'm not Igbo, right? But I have seen the good in him. Same way, we should avoid making this election. We should not even try to make this election Fulanize or Yorubanize or Igbonize. We shouldn't, or even Ichonize or whatever. We should make this election a national call to getting the solutions to this problem of this country. And that's what I think we should do. So right now, you need to share this video. Share this video, make them know say Peter Obi is not an ethnic bigot. He's not a religious extremist. Not be say he's a Christian candidate or he's an Igbo candidate. He's a Nigerian who is qualified to be president. Share this video. Obedient, share. Non-obedient, Mokuna, share this video. Make it reach every platform. Make them know say nobody should give chance to a religious extremist or an ethnic bigot to become president. May we give who they capable enough to be president. Let us continually share this video. Let this video trend and go viral. Make everybody see him. Say Peter Obi is a candidate to beat and he's not a religious extremist and he's not an ethnic bigot.